Since the pandemic, many people started investing, and this is one of the most common questions we get from our viewers. How do I find dividend stocks in the stock market? So, to make your stock investing journey easier, we have compiled around 50 dividend stocks listed on our stock exchange and make it into this video series for you. So don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification button for the latest video in the series. This video is being partly sponsored by Phillip Futures, but more about them later. And before we move on, we need to get this out of the way.
All the information presented in this video is merely for education and entertainment purpose. None of it is intended to be a financial advice. So please speak to your investment advisor before you make any investment decision. Proceed to continue watching only if you fully understand and agree to this.
Now, if you are ready, let us not waste time because we got much to cover today. The first company we want to talk about will be Syarikat Takaful Malaysia Keluarga Berhad. As the name suggests, they are a takaful operator. Currently, they are the market leader in the family takaful business with 23% market share. They are also the second largest general takaful business operator in Malaysia with 24% market share. Now, Malaysia is a country with a Muslim-dominated population. Since we also have a strong Islamic financial ecosystem, the takaful market in Malaysia has been experiencing tremendous growth over the past few years. In fact, in 2019, the takaful sector enjoyed a faster growth than the conventional insurance sector. This is driven by stable domestic consumption and increasing consumer awareness. Yes, I believe you have all heard many of your Muslim friends talking more about takaful lately, right? On top of all this, I think that Takaful Malaysia Berhad has also been pretty creative with their marketing methods to capture more audience. If you guys recall the 15% cashback advertisement that you always see when you drive past certain highways, in 2012, they declared a 5 cents per share dividend for their shareholder, and this value continued to grow, and in 2019 they declared 20 cents per share dividend. That's 400% growth in dividend value in just 7 years. Even in 2020, when many industries are heavily affected by the pandemic, they managed to declare a dividend of 12 cents per share. So if you have been holding their shares since 2012, your total dividend received will be RM1.19. If you bought their shares in 2012, actually it will only cost you around 30 cents. That's 400% return just from dividend income alone. But that's not it, because on the 27th of August 2021, their share price has increased to RM4.40. That's another 1,400% return in capital gain. If I were their shareholder, I'm gonna be very, very happy.
Nice.
As you can see by now, dividend stocks make very good investment because it provides both capital gain and income for your investment. In our previous video, we also talked about LPI Capital, which was another rewarding dividend stock for their shareholder. By no means we are suggesting you to invest in any of these stocks here. This video is simply covering some brief introduction and some interesting facts about the company. So if you would like to invest in them, you will need to do much more extensive research, alright? And if you need some guidance on how to do it, we are organizing a stock investing bootcamp on the 16th to 19th of September. Also, there will be a scholarship provided and also a chance to win an iPad Air if you were to join us. So check it out in the link in the description below. Now back to our topic, let's talk about another insurance company. But this time, it's a conventional insurance company, Allianz Malaysia Berhad. It is part of the Allianz Group based in Germany. They expanded their operation to Malaysia in 2011. Currently, they are one of the leading general insurers in Malaysia, and they operate in two businesses here, the life insurance and general insurance business. I have to say that when an insurance company is being operated well, it is one that can perform well despite of market challenges. In the face of pandemic in 2020, Allianz Malaysia recorded an 11.6% increase in earning per share. Amazing, right? When so many business during pandemic is losing money, they actually made more money.
Wow.
Well, this is partly due to the MCO, because since less people can travel, that means less accident, so means less claim, and therefore saving money for the company. On top of that, COVID ma, so people kiasi lo. Everyone takut kena COVID, masuk hospital or mati. So because of that, banyak people tambah insurance during this period of time. So if you bought Allianz Malaysia shares on the January of 2012, it would have cost you around RM4.90 per share lah. But as of 27 of August 2021, their share price is RM12.96. Yes, that is a capital gain of close to 3 times over a period of 8 years. As for the dividend, in 2012, they declared 5 cents dividend per share, and that value continued to grow over the years. In 2020, they declared 58 cents per share dividend. So if you have held their shares since 2012, the total amount of dividend that you have gotten would be RM2.06. And by now, you should notice that the insurance business model, if well managed, makes a very good dividend paying company. This is mainly due to the nature of the business itself. Certain general insurance such as motor insurance is compulsory for every vehicle owner, making it almost a guaranteed sales for them. As for life insurance, it's often a long-term commitment. People are motivated to continue paying their premiums every year, since often there's a penalty that incurs if you stop your payment prematurely, and some are also motivated to keep paying to guarantee their medical coverage. The point is, insurance business have a very steady business model that can generate sustainable return for their shareholders. Now, before we go on further, please allow me to talk a little bit about our sponsor, Phillip Futures. You've probably heard of diversifying your investment, right? And one of the most common ways professionals use to hedge their position is to enter into a futures contract. If you would like to learn more about trading futures and derivatives, you can check out Phillip Futures. They are pioneers in providing online trading services in Malaysia, offering a wide variety of products, including micro E mini size US products. By the way, they're also running multiple campaigns right now that offer draws with attractive prizes and reduced fees. So if you would like to understand more about futures as an investment tool, you can check out our video in the FAQ show. And if you'd like to learn more about Phillip Futures, we have attached a link in the description for you to learn more. Now, back to our topic for today. The next stock we want to talk about is MBM Resources Berhad, the distributor of brands such as Perodua, Volvo, Volkswagen, Daihatsu, and Hino. Well, I think these brands will need no introduction, right? The company has a dividend payout policy of minimum 60% at the holding company level. Anyway, in 2012, the company declared a dividend of 9 cents per share, and this value continued to grow until 2019. They distributed 22 cents dividend per share. Even in 2020, during the pandemic, they managed to distribute 20 cents per share of dividend. So, from 2012 to 2020, they have given their shareholders 82 cents of dividend. Now, if you bought their shares in January 2012 at the cost of RM2.50, you would have regained around 30% of your investment in this period just from dividend return alone. Why are they able to pay out such dividend? Tell me why. Needless to say, almost all of us at some point in our life will own a Perodua vehicle, right? And usually it's a Myvi. Just go down to the street today, you will likely spot one Perodua in the next 10 seconds. Take a stone and throw anywhere, you will again see a Perodua. Then there's also vehicle maintenance. After you buy the car, you don't just leave it there, right? You gotta maintain it. So even after selling you a car, they are going to continue to make money from you. Whenever you need some parts replacement and so on, they are gonna make money as well. Not to forget, recently Perodua launched a new SUV, the Perodua Ativa, which is going to compete in the affordable SUV segment. If this becomes a staple car in Malaysia as well, that would certainly add on to their market share in the motor vehicle market in Malaysia. Anyway, currently their share price as of 27 of August 2021 is RM3.24. Wow! Another automotive company in Malaysia that pays dividend is Sime Darby Berhad, one of the most well-known government-linked companies. Siapa tak kenal Sime Darby ni? They are involved in many things: industrial and construction equipment, motors, healthcare, logistics, and other business as well. Currently, the motor division and the industrial division is their leading revenue driver in the group. By the way, do you know that their motor trading business is not just limited to Malaysia but all over the world? They actually represent McLaren and Rolls-Royce in China. Banyak orang kaya in China kan? Anyway, One thing about Sime Darby that you have to take note is that it's a conglomerate. It has multiple business in different sectors. That means at any point of time, some sectors will do well and some sectors may not. So imagine if the motor business is doing well but other businesses are suffering, the profit from the profit-making business will be used to offset the losses from other losing business. Therefore, in my honest opinion, it can be quite challenging to actually estimate their performance compared to other companies that has a single core business. However, the company does have a dividend policy in place to distribute not less than 50% of earnings each financial year. Looking ahead, the CEO actually mentioned in an article on the 25th of August 2021 that they are expecting the industrial and motor division to drive growth in the financial year 2022. Well, since borders are closed and people got extra money, what to do other than buying cars, right? Other than that, more governments are boosting their spending on construction. This would lead to more revenue in their industrial and construction equipment business. So, let's look at their dividend. The total dividend payout from 2012 to 2020 is RM2.08. Since the share price of Sime Darby has been relatively stable since 2012, around RM2.20 to RM2.30+, you may have gotten close to 100% return of your capital if you own their stocks since 2012. However, if you're looking at their dividend payout trend, you will realize that it's been a downtrend since 2014, from 36 cents per share to only 10 cents per share in 2020. So, do you think Sime Darby is a good investment? Why not you tell us in the comment below. Now, since we are somewhat still in a movement restriction period, I want to introduce you to a business whose product is needed in any market condition. Tenaga Nasional Berhad. Yes, the one that you buy your electricity from. Imagine the disaster of not having electricity. Your Wi-Fi is down. Anyway, whether the market is up or down, it doesn't matter. You will still need to use electricity. On top of that, it is also a monopoly business if you're living in Semenanjung. You can only buy electricity from TNB. Because of this, TNB has been able to pay sustainable dividends to their shareholder. On top of that, with the growing population and higher technology application in the modern society, the consumption of power is increasing year by year. We have a handphone, we have iPad, everyone has a computer, so many gadgets, and all of it needs electricity. So that's good news for an electric supply company. Anyway, talking about their dividend, they have a dividend paying policy of 30% to 60% dividend payout ratio. In 2012, they paid 20.09 cents dividend per share, and this amount continued to grow. In 2020, they paid out an 80 cents dividend per share. If you have been a shareholder since 2012, you would have received RM3.89 of dividend in total. And assuming you bought their shares at around RM6 per share in 2012, your returns would be more than 50% of your capital so far. That's a good news, right? But that's not all of it. There's also the capital gains part. Their share price has also grown. On the 27th of August 2021, their share price is RM10.38. That is close to 2 times the return from their 2012 level. So as you can see, dividend investing can be a really good choice, especially if you have the patience and the holding power to continue holding it. Along the years, you will get not just dividend income every year, but if the company is doing well, after a certain period of time, there is going to be a capital gain with their share price as well, provided you know how to look for the right company. Now, those are the companies that we talk about in this episode. We will be covering more companies in our future episode. If you have any companies in mind as well, you can leave it in the comment, let us know, and we'll talk about it next time. Not to forget, Selamat Hari Merdeka!